Hello everybody. Welcome to my live stream. Today we are doing authentic Hindu yoga meditations here in the warehouse. And it's coming from this book, the Nityananda Yoga book. I happen to have a physical copy. I will, after I'm finished recording, I will put the link where you can download a free PDF ebook. I'll put it into the description section, the show more section. So please make sure that you click through to get your free PDF copy of this book. This book is fantastic, and it has this wonderful meditation in it. So today, I was chatting with someone on Instagram, and they were asking questions about, feeling the energy in your body and chakras and healing, and, is it okay if you feel this and that and whatever, and it was, things like that. And so I said, let me share this meditation with you and with everyone, because people are starting to learn that the information about chakras that is out there in the new age spirituality kind of community is a lot of it's cultural appropriation coming from Hinduism and from the yogic tradition of Hinduism. And so a lot of it is missing a lot of information. And that's not very helpful for those of us that are trying to use it. It comes lacking a lot of information, and it results in a lot of confusion. It can potentially even be dangerous, and it's really very harmful to the culture of yoga and of Hinduism, and to the people that originated this knowledge, the people of South Asia and of India. And so when you go back to the original source and find this information, you find an amazing wealth of information that's available about the chakras. And you find that the way that when you go to the source texts, when you go to teachers that are teaching the original material, that it's very powerful, it's life-changing, and it's not this sort of like rearrange the crystals in your bedroom sort of stuff. It's very, very, very authentic. And so we're going to start this meditation. It comes from the chapter on dhyana. Dhyana is a Sanskrit word meaning meditation. And so we're reading from the dhyana chapter. And as I was reading through this chapter in this book, each chapter starts with a little section where it's, sort of a general discussion about the topic. And then it goes into collected quotes from different sources. And let me show you. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start with these collected quotes, and you can see it has the original Sanskrit source translated, and so I'm going to be reading the English translation. I'm not very good at chanting in Sanskrit, but for those of you that are, the material is here available. But this is coming from the Hatha Pradipika of Svatmarama. Hatha Pradipika of Svatmarama. And this is an authentic yogic Hindu, not culturally appropriated meditation on the chakras. And so we begin. Dhyana is said to be the technique which frees the mind from all thoughts. Practice of unswerving concentration of the thoughts on any of the elements is defined as dhyana. Adopt a comfortable sitting posture with the eyes gazing at an external point while the mind is focused inside, keeping the body straight and remaining motionless. This is dhyana mudra, which bestows success. Fixing the gaze at the tip of the nose, one should meditate on the self, which is as bright as a golden light, situated on the first chakra, that is Adara. Thus one frees oneself from the sins. The first chakra being the root chakra, Muladhara chakra. So you gaze at the tip of the nose. Meditate on the self, which is as bright as a golden light, situated on the first chakra. Sva stands for prana. Svadhisthana is the abode for that prana. Sva is self, adhisthana abode. This is how Svadhisthana chakra is defined, which should be meditated on. Svadhisthana is the next chakra up. It is below the belly button. So you meditate on that as the abode of prana. One meditates upon the self, placing it on the Manipura chakra. That is the navel chakra, which is as effulgent as the morning sun. By fixing the gaze at the tip of the nose and experiencing complete bliss. So again, gazing at the tip of the nose, the self is at the Manipura chakra, at the belly button, at the navel, and it is as effulgent as the morning sun. One should meditate on the self placed in the lotus of the heart, which is as bright as lightning, and purified by the practice of pranayama, fixing the gaze on the tip of the nose. Thus one becomes identified with the Brahman. So again, gaze at the tip of the nose, the self placed in the lotus of the heart. One should meditate on the Shiva, who is nirguna, without attributes, peaceful and omnipresent. Placing it in the Gagana, ether, Brahma Randra, and fixing the gaze at the tip of the nose. Thus one becomes identified with Brahman. So that's referring to what we would identify as the crown chakra. So meditate on Shiva at the crown chakra, fixing your gaze at the tip of the nose. One should meditate on the Antman self in the Vishuddha chakra, which is as illuminating as the light and located in the throat. Doing so, one attains freedom from misery. One should meditate on the Atman self, visualizing it in the orb of the moon located in the palate, wherefore the nectar oozes, and keep the gaze on the tip of the nose. Thus one transcends death. So this is one that you've probably never worked with. This is in the back of the throat, or not the back of the throat, the back of the mouth, the top and the back of the mouth. Like where that, the hangy down thing in the back of your throat is, like kind of up back there. And gaze at the tip of the nose. One should meditate on the Antman self, visualizing it as a deity between the two eyebrows, which is brightly shining like rays of pure diamond, while keeping the gaze on the tip of the nose. Thus one is filled with bliss. So again, right here, and eyes on the tip of the nose. Anus, genitals, navel, lotus, heart, throat, uvula, hanging down thing at the back of your throat, palate, center of the eyebrows, and Nabo, Bila, Brahmarandra are the 9 sites for meditation as told by the yogis. Practice of the meditation, accompanying attributes and elements brings about the 8-fold virtues. Adopt the posture of Vajrasana, which I am not in. Daily, keeping the body erect, having control on the breath, and visualize the tattva in the petals of the Hrit Padma. Thus one attains liberation. So, as you can see, the way that they are meditating on the chakras in that particular yogic text is very, very different. than what we encounter today. It's very, very different than what you see New Age spiritual teachers teaching, very, very different from what yoga teachers are teaching today. And it's, it's different in a lot of ways, because there's no closing your eyes and drifting off into delusional wonderland. Even the points of the body that they are working with are different, like working with like the palate and the back of the throat, that's different. Referring to the crown chakra in a different way. The function of the crown chakra is very different in traditional yogic texts than the function of it in New Age spirituality. And so there's a lot that we can learn from traditional yoga when we go to the source. And it's so important to learn from the source. There are so many traditional yogis that are available that want to get this information out. There are so many people that, want to correct the misinformation that is out there. And it's available for people that are willing to, set aside their prejudices and to set aside their, these false Western colonial ideas, and to just be open and to learn to think in this Eastern way, and to be open and accepting of this ancient traditional culture, and to, be open to learning different languages and different customs, and to be, to just be deferential to brown people. I mean, it's that simple, sometimes that people can't give up, their sort of white privilege enough to like learn from teachers from India, So really, it's available, it's out there. I will put the link where you can download this PDF and, take a look. That's what I have for authentic yoga, meditation, chakras, decolonize your chakras. There we go. Nityanandam, everyone. I hope everyone had a happy Diwali.